Hey subscribers, welcome to the page. Please give the video a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. To my returning subscribers, as always, I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys for watching the video, for sharing the video, for liking the video, and for commenting. Guys, comment on the video, please now. It helps the algorithm. If it's just to say nice video, just leave a comment, right? In 2015, the British government announced that they had finished paying compensation to slave owners for the loss of slave labor. Let's get into it. Today I'm just relaxing on the beach, right? Relaxing on the beach. And I was watching a documentary, yeah? And it blew my mind. You know, as I told you guys before, I love to research, right? I like doing research. I love watching documentaries, right? And when you watch documentaries or whatever, and you do research and you read, you gain so much knowledge about things, right? So I came across this documentary that was done by this British lady. Her parents came from Grenada, my island, yeah? And she was narrating how the British government benefited from the banking system through slavery. In America, you guys know, like Bank of America and like, is it Chase and some other banks, right? You guys know how the banks directly benefited from slavery because slavery was very profitable, right? So in England, many politicians, high-ranking politicians, benefited from slavery because they directly invested in the slave trade. I'm not talking about the land that was cultivated by our ancestors. I'm talking about the direct slave. There's a couple of kings in England, two brothers. They own vessels that like transported our ancestors from Africa to the Caribbean. The royal family benefited from financially from the slave trade. British politicians benefited from the slave trade. Not talking about like plantation owners, although there were British politicians who were slave owners, who owned plantation in the Caribbean. Today, there is this family named Drexel. They own the plantation in Barbados today called Drexel Hall. They said that he is the wealthiest politician in like British Parliament, right? The Belgian government was in negotiations with them to get that land back. There was an agreement that was reached where the Belgian government would have paid them like £3 million to take control of that land, to build houses and whatever for its people, yeah? The people of Barbados got in an uproar and the government backed down. So there are negotiations ongoing to figure out how the government of Barbados can take control of that land. Personally, I believe they should just like confiscate it, get the hell out, right? But you know, I guess. And now that Barbados is a republic, it's no longer under the like British heading. They should like confiscate that land, right? So the inhumanity, the insult that the British did to our people after taking us from Africa, brought us to the Caribbean where we were made to work as slaves for over 200 years. The British system, the British economy was built on the backs of my ancestors through sugar. In America, it was cotton. In the Caribbean and South America, it was sugar. Sugar was a new commodity. Sugar was addictive. People wanted sugar. A lot of the like British slave owners build their wealth off of the back of sugar. And remember, sugar cane is also used in the production of rum. They took our ancestors, brought them to the Caribbean. They lost their name, they lost their identity, they lost their humanity, which also it's affecting us even to this day. They don't apologize for it. They'll acknowledge the what was done, but when it comes, and this is why they keep telling us, right? Why should I be responsible for something that was done so long ago? Because no one has taken responsibility. No one has apologized to us. We don't want to hear that we know what was done was wrong, but then in the same breath you're going to tell us that you should not be held. You should held responsible because you are still benefiting from what your people did to my ancestors. So what I want to talk to you about today, yeah? And this blew my mind when I found out. When slavery was abolished in the Caribbean, one of the agreements that the British government reached with slave owners was to compensate them for the loss of slave labor. They never thought about compensating the slave. After we worked for them and made them rich and wealthy, we were abandoned there to fend for ourselves, right? But the slave owners was compensated for the loss of their property, because our ancestors was like property to them. 20 million pounds. The slave owners were given like a voucher, 2 each, that they had to take to the Bank of England. I think it was every 6 months the British government paid them that money over a 1-year period, right? They take that voucher to the bank every 6 months, and they were given whatever agreement reached, right? In 2015, the British government paid up that loan. The British government financed that loan through the Bank of England. That loan was paid off in 2015, guys. 9 years ago. Do you know that after World War II, England was decimated by the Germans? England went to the colony, India, Africa, the Caribbean. Come, help us rebuild. Our people went to England, worked as postmen, worked on the railroad, worked in factories, worked in hospitals to help rebuild England. Do you know, up until 2015, our people, through their taxes, helped the British government pay for the loan that, hey, my friends, it's a stake through the heart. Our people, through taxes, helped the British government pay the loan to slave owners as compensation for the loss of oh my God. The injustice, the insult. This is why I say that we don't need to be out there anymore. We don't need to be propping up these governments through our labor. We give them our labor. We make them rich and wealthy through taxes to help them. I said it before, and this is proof. We give them our labor. We help prop up their economy. We keep them rich and wealthy while they keep exploiting Africa. You think you're over there for a better life? You're not over there for a better life. You are helping them keep their feet on the necks of Africa. You may not want to believe that, but it's true. Through taxes, our people help the British government pay the loan that they agreed to pay slave owners for the loss of our ancestors' labor. How can I have any love for these people? How? That's why it is good to read. That's why it is good to research. I'm going to insert a clip in this video and you can understand what I'm talking about. This is the African Jumbie. Thank you for watching my video. If it's your first time here, welcome to the page. Give the video a like. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. We're on the way to 2,000 subscribers. Let's do this. We can get there by Christmas. Yeah, because a lot of people watch the video. You don't subscribe, guys. Just push that button. It don't cost you anything. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help me get to 2,000 subscribers by the new year. Right? Leave a comment. Like the video, guys. If it's just to say, you know, hey, good video, it helps the algorithm recommend the video. It helps the algorithm push the video out. So leave a comment. Thank you for watching this video. Continue sharing with me. Peace and love. Bye for now.
Hi and welcome back to my channel. My daughter and I went to the Slavery and the Bank exhibition at the Bank of England Museum, which explores the links between the Bank of England, the City of London and transatlantic slavery. The Slavery and the Bank exhibition is absolutely free and ends in April 2023. Please watch to the end, where I not only share my thoughts on this exhibition, but also other interesting facts discovered whilst researching for this video. How many of you knew this exhibition even existed? My sister showed me a 1-minute TikTok by Kane Kawasaki, and my interest was piqued. Seems like there is a direct link between the Bank of England and the island of Grenada, where my family is from. The Bank of England owned 2 plantations in Grenada, as well as 599 slaves. But we will find out more details later when together we walk through this exhibition. At the entrance, there is a screen which says, "This exhibition explores the history of transatlantic slavery through its connections with the Bank of England and the wider City of London." For over 300 years, the slave trade tore more than 12 million African people from their homes and families. In this exhibition, we reflect on how the wealth created through transatlantic slavery shaped the development of Britain. We had to scan our bags and everything. If you want an audio guide, you can scan the QR code. So I don't have a QR code on my phone, so instead they gave me the online link. I brought it up on my phone and I will do the tour from here. You can see where it says start the tour. I should add that they have free Wi-Fi, so everyone is able to follow the audio guide. So from beyond those doors, I'm not allowed to film, but I will take some pictures. Before you arrive at the Slavery and the Bank exhibition, there is a permanent exhibition on the Bank of England, where it tells its own story, from its foundations in 1694 to the present day. The Bank of England is the bank for the UK government and high street banks. Today, they print banknotes, they regulate the banking system in order to keep inflation stable. They monitor high street banks and they look after all the gold reserves on behalf of the Treasury. So now we move on to the Slavery and the Bank exhibition. It is a very compact exhibition designed in a round raised area in the center of the exhibition. Here it's looking at the bank's forgotten plantations. It focuses on the island of Grenada, where my family is from. Today, Grenada is an independent island nation in the Caribbean. However, from the mid-1600s, it became a plantation colony under French rule, and in the mid-1700s was captured by Britain. In the late 1780s, the bank came into ownership of 2 sugar plantations and their enslaved workforce in Grenada. The plantations, called Bacolay and Chemin, had been offered to the bank as security on a loan it made to a business called Alexander and Sons, which subsequently went bankrupt. The plantations would subsequently be sold on to a merchant called James Bailey. So the object in focus is the inventory from the Bacolay and Chemin plantations. The audio says that recent research has uncovered a series of documents in the bank's archive relating to the bankruptcy of Alexander and Sons. The most impactful document found was the inventory of the Grenada plantations taken in 1788. It lists the names and perceived value of each of the 599 enslaved men, women, and children who were forced to work there. These lists serve as a powerful reminder of the people at the heart of this history. So next we move on to case 5. How is slavery